This is the Civilization 4 NLL. Welcome to the Noble Leaders League. I am Kjotleik. This is the second division game between Ramesses II and Hammurabi. Ramesses II is 11th in the league, 6 points, 3 wins in his last 5 and 2 losses, versus Hammurabi that is 17th with 3 points in relegation, that has only 1 win in his last 5 games. Ramesses is in improving form, while Hammurabi now has gotten off to a 4-game losing streak that he is currently on. A loss here for Hammurabi will mean he will expand that into 5, and he would really like to avoid that. He would also like to get himself out of the relegation zone, of course. Ramesses must be considered the favorite. Let's go take a look at the map, and here we see the resources around Ramesses' starting position. There are some jungle tiles, but it starts next to a river. Gems, iron, stone, incense is in the desert, and some ivory over here. This is a long, sneaky, snaky continent that stretches from the middle of the map and eastwards, and it crosses the date line to go all the way west, which is the same continent, of course. And here is Hammurabi's starting position. And there is a little bit of jungle here as well. There is oil, there is stone, and there are some pigs. So this is the same continent as this big one, and it is also a few scattered mini-continents around, and there is some big one down here, down to the Antarctic area. Let's see what they can do. Ramesses will not by necessity be the favorite due to being in good form. Off we go, Ramesses II versus Hammurabi in the second division. Round 7. 1 city each, different religions. Turn 50 is coming up on us, and we wait to see 2 cities pretty evenly there. I don't really know who got the second city first. Ramesses in Buddhism, Hammurabi in Hinduism, and Ramesses is stronger than Hammurabi. We see Ramesses is 1.2, it was 1.4, and now they are equal. Hammurabi with 4 cities now suddenly. 115, 5 cities Hammurabi, 3 cities Ramesses, which means that Hammurabi has been expanding very well as of late, and he is trying to come westwards from his eastern position there. Well, he started all the way west in the map, but he had to go west in order to get east. Of course, 9 cities Hammurabi, 7 to Ramesses, and now Ramesses is weaker than Hammurabi, which means that Hammurabi is building more units at least. 179, 180 turns, 11 cities Hammurabi, 9 cities Ramesses, and they are almost even in strength. Hammurabi now going for machinery divine right for Ramesses, land engineering next for Hammurabi then, 12 cities Hammurabi, 10 to Ramesses. Hammurabi, he has a chance here now. He has gotten off to a good start, good expansion with more cities than Ramesses, which means that he could hope that this game marks the end of his 4-game losing streak. It would be so good for Hammurabi to get some points here, 13 cities to 11, but this game is pretty open. Currently, nothing has been decided yet. Turn 2, 29 now, 13 cities Hammurabi, 12 for Ramesses. 13 cities also Ramesses. He built a little city out on that island in the west of the starting continent. Let's see, education next for Hammurabi. Ramesses, what are you going to take? Paper next for you, then optics. Going for astronomy now, Ramesses. That is a good choice. If he can get himself out to the mini-continents and increase his number of cities, that could be what decides the game, because the power base is a good thing to have. I think it was Hammurabi that got liberalism there. That's an advantage, of course. They are equal in strength. 15 cities Hammurabi, 14 Ramesses. Hammurabi is also going astronomy now. Let's see who can take the new world. Hammurabi is pleased with Ramesses though. That is could be a potential problem. 14 cities for Ramesses, 15 Hammurabi. And we see Ramesses now. He's going to found a city in the new world, isn't he? Yeah, up north there on that tiny, that's an island, that's not even a mini continent, that's an island. Hammurabi also up in the north, all the way to the west. We see he has founded a city up there. They are up 16 cities each. Ramses going for the military science, Hammurabi going for the democracy. 17 cities Ramses now. Ramses has founded a city down in the south west and also south middle, and 18 cities Ramses now going for democracy. Hammurabi is on scientific method. They are equal in strength. Ramses a little bit stronger actually now, turning out to become 18 cities Ramses, 17 Hammurabi. Turn 303, 304, and it seems like Ramses is faster in building his settlers. 19 cities now for Ramses, 18 for Hammurabi, 21 suddenly Ramses. And Ramses has steel, and there are privateers. 21 cities to 19 favoring Ramses. Ramses has a little bit more in score as well, which means that he is climbing. Now 22 cities to 19. It looks like Ramses has turned on his cultural slider though. Turn 321, 70%, 60%, 70% cultural slider, which means that he has stopped teching, and Hammurabi going for electricity, and now Ramses is 0.9 the strength of Hammurabi. How close is Ramses to winning a cultural victory now? Turn 333, he is going for it. Hammurabi is now up to 23 cities versus Ramses is 22. Is this the chance Hammurabi has been waiting for? He's going for radio, but will he attack? He is pleased first towards Ramses II, so we won't attack him, I guess. He needs to fall down to cautious at least. Hammurabi going for mass media while Ramses is on scientific method, but Ramses is going culture. He has 70% of the cultural slider, turned 350. How many turns are left for Ramses' third city? Both of them are on biology. It looks like also Hammurabi is going culture now because he has stopped teching. Both have stopped teching. Both have stopped teching. We are at turn 360. This is going to be a cultural victory, but will it be Ramses or Hammurabi winning it? That is the question. We see that they are approximately the same number of turns away from biology. But with Hammurabi pleased towards Ramses, Hammurabi up to 24 cities, Ramses with 23. We are at turn 377. We are just waiting for that cultural victory. And Thebes has reached legendary culture. Thebes has reached legendary culture. I mean, Ramses has at least one city that is cultural. We must try to pay attention to that, and also a golden age for Ramses now. That could help the production of culture, of course. Turn 395. Can we see any more cities turning legendary? Ramses has ended this golden age. If you look at the middle of the screen, you will see the chat going down there, or I say chat. Memphis has reached legendary culture. That means that Ramses probably only has one city left, and Babylon, that's the Hammurabi city, that's a Babylonian city, of course. Now we know it has at least an Opis and Hammurabi. It is Hammurabi. He took it in the end. 2000 AD turned 420, and Ramses tried to go for it, but Hammurabi, he was faster. He had this game. Oh my, how close was Ramses? I don't know, but Hammurabi managed to grab the chance to win a game again. Congratulations with the 2 points, and now Hammurabi climbs at least temporarily out of the bottom 3, and Ramses is disappointed about this loss, but Hammurabi really needed this win. Congratulations, cultural victory, Hammurabi of Babylon. A peaceful game that ended with Hammurabi winning the cultural victory in 2000 AD. Let's go take a look at the statistics then. These are the graph. This is the score. They are very even in score. It's almost like they are following each other exactly. The GNP then, pretty even. It was a little bit ahead for Ramesses here, but then it was even from here and on out. I think that is a golden age, it must be. Let's go to the manufacturing. Yeah, we see here, these must be the golden ages that Ramesses got, and this must be golden ages for Hammurabi. Can't think of anything else that makes those peaks. Food, it was Hammurabi in the beginning, but then it was equal, and then it was a little bit more for Ramesses towards the end. Power, we see a little bit of a power spike, but then it dropped. I wonder why. This is a weird, and it dropped here as well. Yeah, this is a really, they weren't at war, so this I wonder. Maybe they disbanded units? I have no idea. If you know what can make such a drop in power without being at war, if deleting units is the only possibility, I don't know. Culture. We see here that Ramesses was number 1 in culture, but it was Hammurabi that got 3 cities to legendary first. So I am so excited to see the victory condition screen in this game now, and espionage, they were pretty much even. Let's first look at the demographics, of course. Ramesses' values here, Hammurabi's values here. We see the GNP pretty even, 4.5 versus 4.8 thousand. Almost the same. Production and food were good for both of them. And then land area was almost equal, population was almost equal, a little bit more for Hammurabi though. So top 6 cities and wonders, let's go take a look at the wonders, let's go to the bottom. And we see there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 BC wonders. 4 of them for the Babylonians. And we see the others, wonders are up here. Sistine Chapel, built by Hammurabi. That could be the thing that decided this race though. Let's go to the top. And let's take a look at the cities then. Thebes of Ramesses, Memphis of Ramesses, then Babylon of Hammurabi, Akkad of Hammurabi, and Alexandria of Ramesses, and then Opis of Hammurabi. So Alexandria is above. That is a little bit weird. We'll just have to wait and see. I'm curious to know about that now. Let's go to the statistics then. Ramesses II, 23 cities built, 4 religions, 3 golden ages, currently 57 towns, 35 windmills, 21 mines. In your cities, you built 22 granaries and lighthouses, 18 theaters, and we see down to 5 universities. Let's go page down to see the wonders, down to the Temple of Artemis, and page down again to see the Mahabodhi completing the list. Top, and let's look at the current units then. 36 longbowmen, 23 workers, 20 musketmen, down to a caravel. You trained a total of 43 longbowmen, 29 workers, 27 Confucian missionaries, down to 4 spies. Let's go page down and see that a crossbowman completes the list down there. Kills 2 caravels, 1 worker, 1 settler, 1 galleon, and a longbowman, and your losses were 2 privateers. Then over to Hammurabi. Built 24 cities, 3 religions founded, 2 golden ages, currently on 47 towns, 42 windmills, and 13 fishing boats. He built in the cities 18 granaries, 17 lighthouses, 16 theaters, 4 Hindu mandirs. Let's go page down and see this list. And here we see the wonders starting to come in. Hanging Gardens, you see Stonehenge. The Kremlin is there. Let's go page down again and see the Temple of Solomon completing the list, and the Sistine Chapel is on the list as well. Let's go top and look at the current units. So Hammurabi 29 grenadiers, 28 longbowmen, 22 workers, down to 1 caravel. You trained a total of 33 longbowmen, 32 Jewish missionaries, 28 Christian missionaries, 5 galleys. Let's go page down to see a privateer at the bottom of the list. Kills 2 privateers, and losses 2 caravels, a settler, a worker, a galleon, and a longbowman. So then let's take a look at the victory condition screen, because I cannot wait. Here we see that Akkad just reached legendary culture and Alexandria was only 4 turns away from it. So this was a race for culture, and Ramesses lost out by only 4 turns. That is so close. Their score was pretty even, and their land was pretty even. A little bit more population for Ramesses, a little bit more land for Hammurabi. Cancels each other's out. No Apollo programs. Apostolic Palace built by Ramesses. It didn't matter. Culture by Hammurabi. Exit, and let's take a look at the cities. We stand on Ramesses at the moment. He has 24 of them, so let's go to the city list. Sort by population, and here we see all of them. He is building some cannons and some musketmen and stuff. Wealth in Thebes. 19 Abydos, Asiut, 18 Memphis, and Byblos, and we see they are very happy. They are unhealthy though, so he has a trouble with health. Good food, 40 plus for a few of them, 30 plus for most. Actually, Abydos is going to shrink in 5 turns, I guess. -3. When it comes to commerce, decent, but nothing superior. And we see here the culture then, it is going to be in 4 turns. Alexandria gaining 535 per turn then, at the moment. So yeah, that's it. We see building a lot of stuff here. Some universities, some cathedrals stuff. You can take a look at this more if you want. I am going to go and take a look at Babylon's cities. He has 23 of them. Let's sort by population, and here we see Mari 21, Nimrud 20, and then Shushan Elashar 19. And we see here, if we go take a look at Opis, which was interesting, it has 610 culture per turn at the moment. -2, of course, 2 turns. Building the Eiffel Tower, rock and roll in Babylon. He is very happy in the cities, and he is a lot better health as well as Ramesses, I should say. Base food is relatively good for most of them, and yeah, these are the good numbers. Spoiler alert, results and updated league tables follows after this screen. Ramesses then, number 11 with 6 points, -17 score turn difference. Hammurabi is number 13, 5 points, -35 score turn difference, but he is out of the bottom 3, at least temporarily. Let's see where he ends up once round 7 is finished. Tomorrow we are in the first division for the 2 first game between Cyrus and Huayna Capac. Early game, and the late game is Pericles versus Saladin. I hope to see you back then. I am Kjotleik. This has been the Noble Leaders League. Goodbye for now.